Hey everybody, working on the little dyno thing here. Anyway, turns out I was going to take one of these Lovejoy couplings, right, and paint it so that it was, you know, silver, black, so that it would run my little optical tachometer for getting an RPM reading off of this dyno thing we're making. Anyway, interesting thing, paint absolutely will not stick to these. It just peels off and flakes as soon as it dries. Anyway, so I have a hypothesis. These certainly look like they're made like with a pressed powdered metal process. I mean, there's no machining marks. It looks like it's literally powdered metal. They put it in a die and they smash it, and presto, you got a Lovejoy coupling. And I'm pretty sure of that because you can actually like see a grain in it, almost like a centered metal bearing. And so I think that the reason paint won't stick is I'm pretty sure that there must be oil in the powdered metal when they crush it. You know, probably would help get it out of the die. I'm speculating here. I don't actually know, and I'm not going to go look it up because I don't really care that much. And but I suspect these are actually have oil embedded in them, and that's why the paint won't stick. So I've got an idea to test that hypothesis, and that idea is I'm going to take a torch and heat it up and see if oil comes out of it. The other thing is if oil does come out of it, I can just keep heating it with the torch until all the oil vaporizes off or carbonizes or gives me cancer, whatever it's going to do. But after the oil's gone, then the paint will probably stick to it. I don't know if that's really going to happen, but we're going to find out together. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when I just start warming this up. Get a little better angle for you guys here. Let's just see what happens. There it comes. There is oil in it. Look at that. Here, let me get the torch out of the way. See all the oil that's coming out of it? See, look at that. So it does have oil in the center between the little tiny particles of metal. And that, I'll bet you anything, well, I won't bet you anything, I suspect that is why the paint won't stick. And so, yeah, I can kind of wipe that off. Wow, look at that. Look at all that oil on there. That's amazing. I never knew that there was that much oil. I mean, like, okay, in a centered metal bearing, of course, it makes sense, but in just a Lovejoy coupling, so you can look, you can even see the oil inside the shaft bore. Okay, so what we're going to try and do, I'm going to heat this up to like red hot. Can you actually see that? Are you close enough to see that? I'd probably need a little shorter lens for that. This bearing inside, not bearing, where the shaft goes, the shaft bore, that was perfectly clean, and now you can see all that oil coming out on the inside of it, and all that brown crap. All right, well, let's heat this up like red hot, and then we'll see, and let it cool, of course, and then we'll see if the paint sticks to it. This is going to take a while. I hope it doesn't mess up the bore. I guess we'll find out together, won't we? Oh yeah, look at all that oil cooking out of there. Look at that. It's kind of cool when you have a hypothesis and you do an experiment and the hypothesis proves to be accurate. How about that? Look at all that. It's actually burning on its own without the torch on it. That's how much oil is embedded in that thing. That's incredible. Alright, well, we'll get it up where it's nice and red. I might have to switch to nat gas to do that. Oh, look at that. Look at that, it'll burn all by itself. I love playing with fire. Fire is awesome. Okay, I did not think there would be enough oil for it to just burn all by itself like that. That is surprising to me. I would never have guessed it had that much oil in there embedded in it. don't think it's going to sustain. It's going to need the torch to keep heating, but at this point, I think heating it any further is just gratuitous violence. So we'll stop there, then I'll let it cool down, then I'll try painting it and we'll see if the paint sticks to it. Alright, I'm going to throw a little spray paint on this bad boy, let it dry and see if it sticks. This even works. Oh yeah, there's still some there. It's getting pretty dry. Or pretty empty. We'll just have to see what happens. Guess I should make a turntable for doing this, huh? I don't paint around stuff enough for it to matter. Alright. Well, alright. We'll put this over by the heater, let it dry. Tomorrow we'll see if the paint peels off whenever I put masking tape on it. Remember, we roasted this Lovejoy coupling and all that oil came out of it and it caught on fire. It was really kind of cool. Anyway, and after doing that, the paint sticks to it really well.